Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dina Amira binti Azman, and today I will be presenting the theory assignment for DUM 30162 Mathematics for Electrical Engineering. Here are the articles that we have chosen as our problem. First of all, do Malaysians get enough exercise from the start, and are we doing enough physical activity in Malaysia from the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. Next.
Now I'm gonna talk about introduction. Introduction, the article talks about whether Malaysians get enough exercise or physical activity in a week. Based on the article, only 53.7% of people nationwide engage in at least one or more physical activities, and 37.3% are insufficiently active in their day-to-day life. Therefore, we would like to perform a mock study as a group to better understand and analyze this issue. Next, problem statement. We as residents in KKPM Nedang would like to understand about the issue of physical activity in our area. Therefore, the data sample that we collected is purely from the resident, which is the KKPM Nedang students.
My name is Rajesha Netizen. So today I want to talk about our assignment, maths. So for 4.0, population, sample and variable. The population of the mock study is KKTM Ledang resident. The sample of the mock study is KKTM Ledang student, and the variable of this mock study is the time spent each week on exercise.
Next up is how we will be generating raw data. We will be using the rand between function in Excel to generate the dataset ranging from 31 to 180, because that is the range we will be using in our problems. Using the rand between function of 31 to 180, we will generate a random number between the bottom value of 31 until top value of 180 to get a dataset with the value of 100.
Next, I'm going to talk about histogram. So, this is how I draw my histogram. First, I collect all the data, either raw data or in a frequency table. Then, I decide on class intervals, which I divide the data range into equal intervals. After that, I count how many data values fall in each interval. After that, I just draw the axis for y and x line, which is the frequency and class intervals. After that, I just plot the bar like usual. Based on the data I just did. That's it.
Baik, so I'm going to explain you about OGIF result from the group data that we got. So for the vertical part, we need to find the cumulative frequency, and the highest part result we got is 100. Then for the horizontal part, we need to find upper boundary. Last for the answer is 180.5. And lastly, if we want to find the median 100 from the highest cumulative frequency over 2, we got the answer 50, and then 50 we need to line until we find the answer at upper boundary, which is for median is 19.8. So that's all from me.
Next up is the ungrouped data analysis using Microsoft Excel. I will show you the functions on how to find the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation using Excel. These are our results from using Microsoft Excel to find these values. First of all, to find the mean, you use the function equal average and use number 1 and number 2 from the dataset values that you've already gotten. Next up, for median, you you use equal median and insert dataset values from the raw data table. And mode, for more than one mode value, use equal mode.mult and also again insert the dataset values from raw data table. After that, to find the variance, use the function equal var.p, and standard deviation, use equal stdev.p, and insert the dataset values from the raw data table.
So hi, so I'm going to explain you about 8.0 analysis of group data by formula. So we have mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation, and all of these need to answer with the formula. We use the formula to find the answer. So first we have mean. Mean x equal to sum of fx over sum of f, and the answer is s x equal to 10130 over 100, and the answer is 101.3. Next we go to median. Median, the formula using with lower boundary plus sum of f over 2 minus b. FB is cumulative frequency before median class over fn. Fn is frequency median class. Then we need to divide with c. C is the answer with c is class range which upper boundary minus with lower boundary, and the answer is 9.9.5. From the answer 90.5 plus 100 over 2 minus with 41 over 15 and divide by 15. Next we go to mode. Mode, the formula is A is lower boundary of model class, then plus with bracket D1. D1 is frequency different between model class and class before. Then over with D1. D1 is like usual, is frequency different between model class and class before. Then plus with D2. D2 is frequency different between model class and class after. Then close the bracket. Then divide with C. C is like class range upper boundary minus with lower boundary, and the answer is 90.5 is for A plus D1 for 1 over 41 plus 3 and divide close bracket, then divide by 15, and the answer for mode is 104.448. Lastly, second last is variance, and that's variance. Variance, the formula is sigma of power of 2 equal to 1 over 100 sum of fx power of 2 minus bracket sum of fx over xf power of 2 plus the bracket, and we feel the answer is 1 over 100 bracket 1201480 plus the bracket minus with 10130 over 100 and the 10130 power of 2 close the bracket, and the answer is 1753.11. And lastly we have standard deviation. Sigma equal to square root 1 over sum of f minus 1, then bracket sum of fx power of 2 minus sum of fx power of 2 over sum of f and close the bracket, and the answer that we got is square root 1 over 100 bracket 1201480 close the bracket minus 10130 over 100 10130 over 2 power of 2 then over 100 and close the bracket, and the answer is square root 1753.11, and we calculate, we got the answer 41.87. And that's all for our formula mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and lastly don't forget also variance.
Okay, so here the table that we do at the Excel. So for explanation of group data calculation, when working with a group data, we cannot use the raw value directly. So we apply a statistic formula using a class interval difference, which is D1 equal to 5, and then frequency difference D2 equal to 3. So for the class width is 50. So here a group data result, which is the formula that we create in Excel, and then they have a calculation method that's already been explanation by my friend. Okay. For this calculation that we get in Excel, so for the answer that we get for mean is 101.3%, and then for median we get 99.5, for mode 99.875, and then for variance 1753.11, and then for standard deviation is 41.87. So here all the result of a group data. Okay, here for 9.0, which is a finding. From the finding result, we get graph data, group data, and ungrouped data. Show a minimal difference. For example, the group mode is 99.875, while the ungrouped data modes are 77, 864, 3D1, and 83. This is because ungrouped data use extra raw value, while group data use a class interval and midpoint, leading to approximation. For a graph and group data are very similar. The graph median is 98, close to the calculation, which is 99.5, and the graph mode is 99.87, almost identical to the group modes. This is expected as the graph are based on a group frequency distribution. So, in conclusion, ungrouped data give the most accurate value, but group and graph data still provide a reliable and practical summary. Okay, for 10.0, which is a conclusion, that what we get from this assignment in conclusion, which is the small difference between the manual and the Excel result are likely due to rounding and how formula are processed. Excel follows step-by-step logic, while manual calculation use general math rules, which can lead to slight variation. This shows the value of understanding was maintained, as each has its own advantages. We also learn that ungrouped data give full details, but it can be hard to manage, while group data simplify larger data, making pattern more easily to see. By combining manual work with digital tools and using both ungrouped and